Hey everybody, Mitch Tanenbaum here. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to talk about one of our favorite subjects, patching. Patching is a pain. It just is, and it's not going away. And here's some interesting statistics I'm going to try to share here. Let's see if I can do that. Yep. So a new report says that 1 in 3 breaches are caused by vulnerabilities that are known and for which there is a fix, but which that fix has not been installed by the organization. That includes you individuals, and that includes your cell phone. So for those of you who are not diligent about making sure that patches are deployed, and a lot of times you have to reboot your phone to go off and actually make the patches take effect, this means you as well. So 1 in 3, a third. Here is one of the most recent ones. The PACER system, which is the system for the federal courts that give the public access to certain documents, as well as the electronic case file system, which is the system that lawyers and law firms use to file documents, was hacked, likely by the Russians. This is an ongoing attack. They attacked the same system back in 2020. One of the interesting things out of this is that they think that the cartels are a player in this because they want to know who's snitching on them so they can kill them. And that's a real problem. So the courts, at least in 3 of the districts, they're on the East Coast, I forget which ones, Virginia, Maryland, I think, have told lawyers that they can no longer file documents which are sealed, i.e. ones that are not going to be generally available to the public electronically. They must drag their sorry little butt into the courthouse and bring a piece of paper with them and file them on paper, because by God, we know that it's much harder to hack paper. And it's true, right? You know, if you want to hack the paper documents that are stored in a file cabinet in a vault room in the basement of the courthouse, you've got to come to the United States. Well, these guys are in Russia. They don't want to come to the United States. That's not their game. So that's the solution to the problem for the courts. And the court knows that they've got a problem. Congress knows they've got a problem. Part of the problem is that the federal court system is actually not one court system, but literally 200 separate installations of electronic case file. So each one has to be fixed individually, and different court systems have made different modifications. So you have to figure out how to go apply the fixes to but they don't even require mandatory two-factor authentication. Finally, now they're doing that, but lawyers are inherently lazy. Sorry, lawyers, we know that, and they don't want to deal with two factors. So now they're going to be forced to. Now the question is, which is the less hassle? Driving your butt down to the courthouse to file a document, which you'll get a paralegal to do, or using two-factor authentication. So, for everybody who is not good at patching, and remember, the estimate is that it takes less than 72 hours for hackers to weaponize bugs once the patches are available. They reverse engineer the patches and figure out how to exploit them. So you got literally a couple of days. And for those of you who patch once a month, or even for those of you that patch once a quarter, that's a problem, because the hackers are going to be ahead of you. If you need help with this, obviously, please reach out to us. We'll be happy to assist you with it. But it's not going away. And remember, it's not just the operating system. It's all of the applications on the computer. And that includes the applications that you installed 3 years ago but haven't used in 2 years and 9 months. That's still vulnerable. So make sure you do your patching. If you're not using that application, get rid of it. The application which is not installed on the computer cannot be hacked. Thanks for listening. Let us know if we can help, and stay safe.